All right, good time to jump on here and engage. And I'm reading the post you guys did on the free air sniffs for dogs. Just before I jumped on here, I wanted to give you guys some insight on what I have on it. This is Chris Burns wrote inside the group. So I have a buddy arguing with our prosecutor's office over the fact that he performed a free air sniff of a legally stopped vehicle, and the prosecutor's office is saying you need RAS to conduct a K9 sniff. Illinois versus Caballes says you don't. AP says there's New Jersey case law that says you do, but I can't find it. Anyone know about this? Okay, so there was a case that came out. Now, it's appellate division case law, so it doesn't mean it hasn't died yet. It's not at that level where it's dead. And I believe it's out of Belmar. I don't know the name off the top of my head, but somebody from the group sent it to me, and I read it. And it's really a vague description of what happened on the scene. What it was is I believe that a police officer, I think in Belmar or Spring Lake, somewhere around that area, gets a call, gets some information that a girl whose license is suspended she's a known dope user, something along these lines. If I just can't remember the case off the top of my head. I'm going to try to find it for you guys. I'm going to work on today. It's out of Monmouth County, so we know where the appellate division should be. And what happens is when he stops the car into a quick check, I believe a K9 officer just happens to show up from another agency, gets the dog out of the car and does a sniff of the car. And I think they found drugs in the car as a result of it. But it was weird because I've been seeing at the appellate division level that stuff has been addressed there improperly and then reversed and addressed properly on a Supreme Court level. So I get there's appellate division case law that comes out when you have issues like this. I will tell you that there's nothing established at the New Jersey Supreme Court level that I can find, or United States Supreme Court level. And I know in the post we discussed, people asked about United States versus Rodriguez, and then the other one was Illinois versus Caballes. And both of them just say, you can do a free air sniff as long as it doesn't prolong the duration of the stop. So what does that mean? You stop a car, you walk up to the car, Joey, your K9 officer behind you, pulls up with a K9 unit, doesn't even talk to you. You're getting license, registration, insurance. He takes the dog out and walks the dog around the car for a free air sniff. That should still be good. What happens is the problem is when you have tickets written and people check through NCIC and you haven't built any reasonable suspicion up to that point and you're just doing a regular traffic stop. Let's take the fact that there's no indicators of criminal activity present. There's no suspicion. There's nothing. You literally pulled the guy over for 41 and a 25. Everything's hanky-dory. Nobody's concerned about anything. You go back to the car. You're a hammer because you think you're cool because you're going to write somebody 16 over the speed limit. So you go back to your car, you write your ticket, and then you go back and give the guy his ticket. You still haven't developed any reasonable suspicion, and then you hold him and go, hey, hold on a second, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to have my K9 guy run this around the car. Run the dog around the car. Then the guy jumps out, brings the dog around, and the dog indicates. That's not going to be good in the court of law. All right, so, but if you do it while you're running people or writing tickets or whatever it may be, that's okay. It just cannot prolong the stop further than what is already justified through a Fourth Amendment seizure. And that's in New Jersey and the United States. It's federal Supreme Court level wording. If you guys want to read it, it is for sure Illinois versus Caballes, and I'll spell it. I'd probably say it's probably Caballes, I'm guessing. Caballes. All right, that's Supreme Court of the United States. That's out of 2005. And the other one I have is Rodriguez versus the United States. That's out of 2015. And it just rejustifies what they've said in Illinois versus Caballes. So if I can find that case, I forgot who sent it to me. I'm going to look through my messages. It should be in here. I will address that. I will throw it up. But I feel like the report from the appellate court division, when I read that K9 case out of, I think it was Belmar, it seemed very vague. There was probably more to it than was explained in the court record and the testimony that was given to me. It sounds like the court may have not liked that out of nowhere some K9 officer shows up when you had some kind of knowledge. It kind of seemed a little strange. I think it's where the court put their opinions into it. But again, we do have judges putting their opinions into things. But as far as the courts read and what we have to work with, you can still do free air sniffs. Now, are they done frequently? No. If you talk to any K9 guy, they're just generally not doing free air sniffs random of the cars. Dogs' noses can only work for so long. You don't want to burn a dog's nose out on something you don't think you have anything. So, I mean, really, it's not going to change even if we lost free air sniffs, it's not going to change anything. Nobody's doing free air sniffs for the most part. It's seldom. Really not going to have any impact on what we're doing. You're still allowed to call for a dog when you have reasonable suspicion. You can hold people for as long as you need to hold them, as long as you're diligently pursuing your investigation, as you can read all the State versus Elders and State versus Baum and all the ones that people, so don't panic. When these first came out, people were like, oh, we can't use dogs anymore. You sure can, except New Jersey had that RAS requirement already, and the rest of the country just caught up with us. So don't panic. You can still use dogs. They're still a big part of good police work, and good. We got a good video to go with today. And if you guys need anything, reach out to me or check out streetcoptraining.com. And I was going to do a different video, but I'll do a different one tomorrow. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you liked what you saw, subscribe to our channel or leave a comment below, and also like us too. It means the world to us.